Okay, so now we have to move further, and we're gonna move within this splash activity, as splash is just for 2-3 seconds that appears on the screen. After that it will redirect to the main activity of the home fragment. Okay, for that what we gonna do, we have to run a method runnable for that to run it for just for 2 and 3 seconds. Okay, so here you can see that. So now what next I gonna do here is to, let me see first of all what is that like we have this handler, and we're gonna make its instance here handler, then new again handler we have. Okay, pass loop dot get main looper. Again we're gonna use this handler dot post delayed. Okay, we have to make a runnable within this. And now after this lambda function, what we're gonna do is to make an intent here. Intent equals to new intent, and then we have to pass out this splash activity dot this, and then that main activity dot class. Okay, so done. Again we have to just intent dot set flags, and we have to pass out intent dot flag activity. Then we have this clear top. Okay, and one more by using XOR, then intent dot flag underscore activity, and again we have new task. Okay, just to make sure that no task in the stack, or that we are using these flags here. Then we have third one activity, again we have the clear task. Okay, so it is done. Now we just have to start the activity. Okay, so I gonna just start activity, and you have to pass out this intent within that. Okay, no issues till now. And here we have to pass out the time, 3000 millisecond means 3 seconds, so the splash will appear for 3 seconds only. Okay, so this splash is completed right now, and now we have to move further. I have to go within this main activity, as its XML is also completed. Now it's the time to complete its Java coding part. Okay, so I'm within this main activity right now, and I have to make a few things like toolbar. We have made out toolbar so toolbar is here. Again what next we have is a text view here, toolbar text, and then we have bottom navigation view. Okay, toolbar text, bottom navigation view is done. And then further we have fragments like home fragment, and we have to give all the fragments instance here, so that by using the bottom navigation we can move to the particular fragment. So that's why we are declaring them here. Payment fragment we have, so just make it like this. Again we have another one, we have a transaction fragment here. And now what I gonna do next is to take some, I have to check whether something is left out or not. I have to make a few variables, and again we have methods also. Okay, so before that, bottom navigation dot on navigation item selected listener. Okay, then make it like this. Okay, now it's equals to item, and then this arrow sign we have, and within this lambda function we have to work. Okay, so what I gonna do next is to make the switch statement here, and I'll take the item ID from the switch and will work according to this item ID. Like if it is navigation home, then we have to redirect to the home fragment. Okay, so we have this toolbar text. Again, we have to set the text first of all. Okay, so we have to set the text as phone pay, as I have already told you when I was designing that XML, that we can do the following from Java code also. So this is that thing. Now we have this custom method setup fragment, and we have to pass out this home fragment. This method will be responsible to take you to that particular fragment. Okay, and then we have to return true. Again, we have I think 4 or 5 cases here. So this is the next case, and this case is for this offers set text for navigation offers, and then we have to call this setup fragment, and in which we have to pass out this fragment name as the offer fragment. Then we have to return true. Okay, and now this is case third, and this is for the payment fragment. Okay, doing the same, first of all we have to change the toolbar text. So I'm changing it from here, like scan and pay. Okay, and then we have to set up this fragment, and for that we have to call this method by passing this fragment name here. Okay, like it's payment fragment. Okay, then we have to return true. Okay, nothing to worry. Again, we have another case, dot id dot, then we have account, and doing the same for the account also. Like the set text should be my account, and then we have to call up that setup fragment, in which we have to pass out this account fragment. Okay, no issues to worry. And now what I gonna do is like no, last one it is, yeah, transaction one, and then it's like set text and like transactions, and we have to set up this fragment. Okay, so we have to pass out this transition fragment within it. Yeah, okay, and we have to return true for this default, in which we're gonna return false. Okay, so now what I gonna do is, like, this part is finished, the switch part is finished, and we have methods that we have to implement, and one of them methods like setup fragment is there. So first of all, let me come within this on create method of this main activity. Okay, so what I gonna do within this on create method is to just first of all mapping all these things, but for mapping we have another method. Okay, so just remove this I gonna do within this initiate view method. Okay, this method is used for mapping the XML views with Java part. Okay, then this is for support action bar, pass out toolbar to it, and then get support action bar dot set title, and here we have to pass nothing like this, and toolbar text we have to set up as phone pay. Okay, this is almost done, and now the bottom navigation part, bottom navigation dot set on navigation item selected listener, in which we have to pass out that thing. Yeah, done. And now the bottom, no, it's not bottom, let me check it out. What is it? Okay, we have to create a helper first of all, or the bottom navigation part. So I should name it like right click and new, then bottom nav helper. Okay, so now we have to work on this helper part. So for that, let me see what else can be possible. First of all, the screen should be maximized so that you can see the code. Okay, okay, and now what I gonna do is to just take up this like express length and then pass like restricted API. Okay, then public static void, and then we have like remove shift mode. Okay, then bottom navigation view. So what is the shift mode? Shift mode is like that when you are working with the bottom navigation, then it is having some focus. When you are in home, then it should show home in focus, home icon color change, and doing the same for when you selected like another options from the bottom navigation. Okay, so it is like a bottom navigation view menu, then get the child. Again we have try here, so catch is obviously will be there. Okay, in catch we have the exception, and when we have the exception we have to print stack trace. Okay, so now what I gonna do with this try to make a field, and within the field we have the shifting mode. Okay, and then menu dot get class dot get declared field, and it's like name this am shifting mode. Okay, now what I gonna do here is this work with this field dot set accessible, then make it true, and then shifting mode dot set boolean, and pass out the menu to it, and again false. Now shifting mode dot set accessible, again make it false. Okay, now we're gonna have a for loop here which will go from 0 to like menu dot where it is not appearing, let me see, child count. Okay, so get child count, and then let's go to that from 0, then I plus plus we having, and then we're gonna get the item from the bottom navigation view, then menu dot get child as position I, and then we have item dot set check. Okay, it is showing red. I think we have made some mistake, and we have to correct this afterwards. Okay, so item dot get item data, then let me check, but before this it checked. Okay, so we are basically checking like which item from the menu is checked, and according to that the shifting mode will work. Okay, so this was wrong actually. It should be bottom navigation item view. Okay, now you can see that error is removed. Now let me see for these different errors that we got, and it is also showing error, but let me check for this part. First of all we have to just typecast this. Okay, and then we have like bottom navigation view, we have to change it. So let me change it, and I gonna change it to like bottom navigation menu view. Okay, still there is one error and I have to correct it. So what we have to do is to typecast it first of all. So if we typecast it, then this error will be there. Okay, here you can see that only warnings, no errors. Okay, we have this. Okay, and then we move to our main activity, and within the main activity, what I gonna do next is to use that helper here. So bottom nav help dot remove shift mode, and then pass the bottom navigation view to that. Okay, then we have fragments. So for fragment we should have the transactions. Okay, so fragment transaction, then begin transaction. It is like when you are working with the activity and moving activity to fragment, so we have to use this fragment transaction, then get support fragment manager, then begin the transaction, then build transaction we have. Okay, begin transaction we have, and then we gonna replace it by .id home view. Okay, then home fragment. So we are just setting the home fragment within the main activity container. Okay, then commit. Okay, no issues till now. What else we gonna do? Let me check it out. So first of all, we have to now create this method init view just to map things. Okay, so now we have this method, and within this method what I gonna do next is set content view that we have removed from the on create. Now we have to use it here, like now toolbar, then find view by id. This is called mapping, and doing the same for toolbar. Again, toolbar text, this is a particular text view. We have the id, title, toolbar. Okay, again what next we gonna have bottom navigation view, and within this bottom navigation find view by id r.id dot we have navigation here. Okay, again home fragment equals to home fragment, and then getting the instance for it. Okay, this can show error because we haven't created it right now, the instance part. Okay, so then we have the account. Again we have all the fragments, we have to get their instance. Okay, so doing the same for the offer fragment also, and again we have the payment fragment here, and payment fragment, well, payment fragment dot new instance. Okay, like this. Again transaction fragment, and within the transaction fragment dot new instance. Okay, so this method is done, and now we are having errors within this because this new instance is not working yet within these particular fragments. Okay, so now this important method setup fragment, we have to just implement this, and like this we have its parameter is wrong, so we have to change the parameter first of all, make it fragment instead of offers fragment. Okay, then make it a small fragment, alt plus enter to import this. Okay, and now this import is done. Again within this the fragment transactions, and then get support fragment manager dot begin transaction. Again we have a fragment transaction dot set custom animation, and you have to pass out within this android resource dot animator, then fade in effect. Again Android R dot animator, then fade out. Okay, so fade in, fade out. Whenever the new fragment opens, this uh, animation effect will work. Okay, then finally we're gonna replace it by particular fragment that we are getting, and then commit it. Okay, so for now it has done. Okay, so but it is having 6 errors, and these 6 errors are due to that fragment declarations. Okay, so don't worry about it. Now we have to create another menu, but before that let me see if there is any option for that. Okay, so now we have like on create menu options. Okay, first let me create the method and then we'll go for that. Okay, so now we have like get menu inflator dot inflate, and in which r dot menu dot we have to make another menu, so I have named it as menu, and then we have to like make it like menu dot what should be its name. Bit confusion here. We have already made it like navigation, but we need one more. So first let me create it. Right click on menu, go to new, and then menu resource file we have again like menu underscore home. Okay, so now we have to split it and do the coding part or adding the items to this menu. Okay, and then again we have like this Android ID, and we have to give the ID name as notify. Okay, so it is for the notification section, and then we have to select the icon also, so it's like drawable. Then we have to give the icon name as notification white. Okay, then the title should be notification. Okay, and then show in action like always, don't hide it, just show it. Okay, so this is done, and now we have to create one more item like this. Whenever you open the phone pay, you have another option to scan and pay right there, so just change it again like scan and pay. Okay, and now we have to change this thing also, icon, but I think we don't have icon for that, so we'll go to the vector set and we'll get the new icon from there. So what we gonna do next is I'm searching for the icon within the previous menu if I found it, but unfortunately it is not there. So just right click here and then go to vector asset, and within the vector asset, first of all the color should be white, so let me take this out to this above side. Okay, then click anywhere outside this box, then we have to select the clip part and we'll search for the QR code within this search box. Okay, so this we have right now. Click on OK, and then what we gonna do is to like okay, go to next and then finally finish it. Okay, so we're gonna use this icon here like QR code scanner. Okay, now we have to change this, what kind of thing we have right now. Okay, so we are within this main activity, and we have to give this menu as menu underscore home, and then menu. Okay, again we have a method like on option item selected, so we just gonna do the toast for it. Okay, whenever the item is clicked, like the toast will open for it. Okay, and now what I gonna do is, let me see, it's like that. Okay, again notify we have, yeah, and then we're gonna give toast message for it. Okay, so passing the context first of all, and after that we have to pass out this notification, and then again toast dot length sort dot show. Okay, then we have to return true. Again, what next is possible from here is to, let me check it out first of all, and then yeah, scan it pay, it is done. Just change the text first of all. I've just copied it. Okay, and yeah, scan any code, remove this return, and then we have the default statement also that will return this. Okay, so for now this is almost done, this part, the main activity. Now what next is possible, let's see and make that out also. But here you can see that these kind of errors, these errors due to that new instance, don't worry about that, we gonna correct every error.